Okay. Keeping up with you, second episode. So here we are on the 1 day time frame. Let me take everything out and we do it like before. So what are we going to do? We're going to look at how our DXY played out yesterday and to see if we had a good prediction of or a good analysis of the market yesterday. And of course, this was yesterday. This was what everything that happened yesterday. So we can go to the 1 day time frame and we were expecting a bullish confirmation in the market of which we saw that. So I can go back to 1 hour. 1 hour we can get everything we actually anticipated in the market. Everything we actually anticipated in the market. We can actually get that. So we're expecting a buy on the dollar. We're expecting to drop and start buying. And actually had the buy before now the drop is coming out down. So expect dollar to give us more buys in the market, maybe from this level now. Expected to buy from here to continue going up. So it's kind of like our analysis today went on well, everything went on as planned. So back to Great British Pound USD because that is our focus for today. Um, so what do we do? Actually, we start on a 1 day time frame, top-down analysis, and from every indication, we were expecting a buy in this currency pair for today. Today being the 23rd of August, or Wednesday, 2003. And as you can see, price was sleeping around our demand zone. Price was sleeping around our demand zone. And if I just scale down to the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, we bring it down clearer. You see, price came and was playing around our demand zone, and price has been playing it ever since. And if you check on the video I sent out yesterday, you will see the analysis I sent out of my analysis on Great British Pound USD, how I expected price to play out, and I'm still having some troubles trying to get the premium version of TradingView of which I could replay. But I'm sorry I cannot do that now because I'm having some trouble with my card trying to get a subscription. So back to 1 hour time frame now, seeing exactly how price have played. So this is where the market ended yesterday. This is where the market ended yesterday around this level. So what I actually explained yesterday was, so now the New York session have closed, right? New York session have closed, and so we are expecting to get accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So it actually happened like I said yesterday. We had the accumulation here, accumulation, manipulation, right? Then the distribution. So if you check out the analysis I sent out yesterday, Tuesday, you'll see I said I expected to have a move. Either have a manipulation on the upside to the downside, and then we'll have that sell and tapping to go up to continue buying. Because what I said from looking at the chart, looking at price, you can see clearly here that we have liquidity here, and the reason for that was because price came at this level, changed character, and we start having break of structure, break of structures, break of structure, and price was actually playing around this level. So the signal I sent out in my community this morning was, first of all, as I saw this as I saw so that the signal I sent was around 5 minutes time frame. 5 minute time frame, sorry. See, I'm still having some trouble trying to get this stuff sorted out. 5 minute time frame. So the signal I sent out this morning was, first we had a a buy, a buy because I was looking at the Asian range, right? I was looking at the Asian range. Let me just indicate to show you Asian range. And what I saw was the liquidity, the liquidity at this area was cleared out, right? So when the Asian range was taken out, I now saw some sort of imbalance sleeping here, of which I expected price to, come from that level and start shooting up because I understood clearly that the liquidity at the Asian high has been cleared out, but there was some small fundamentals that came out, and our first trade, our first trade was a loss. Our first trade was a loss at this level, right? Price took us out. Our first trade was a loss at that level, of which I then cleared out everything. I cleared out everything. I went straight to. I looked at my left to see where price could possibly reverse from. I was switched to 15 minute, try to see where price could possibly reverse from. And I saw this at this level. I saw some sort of a imbalance here that was sleeping here. And immediately as price swept the liquidity that was here, price started spiking up. And then I sent out a signal to my community, which we have a buy here. So we actually had a buy here that actually I had a stop loss just below here, 13 pips. And I discovered also that, let me take out this Asia range. It was clear to me that this was a breaker here, a breaker block, a breaker here, and it was like price was looking to reverse from this area, and also because there was also some fundamentals coming up. There was also some fundamental coming up. So I asked everyone to close out, and the reason we closed out was because yesterday I made it clear yesterday that there is liquidity sleeping below this area here, right? So everything around here was liquidity. So the video I sent out yesterday, I said everything around here was liquidity, and price could possibly come to clear liquidity and move right to the and start buying to the upside. And this fair value gap here was very clear, but I did mention that when you see a fair value gap with a long wick, that with this kind of formation, or all you can do is just focus on 50% of that wick. That's where you enter your price. So this is how I gave out the signal yesterday. If you followed yesterday, and we are targeting this last high. Why? Because there is some liquidity. There is some liquidity sleeping here, and this is the next target where price is probably heading to. So that is all with the analysis I sent, and yesterday consider everything played out of the way. And if I can take my indicator for sessions, you will see clearly here that the New York session just closed, and we should be expecting to enter the Asian session or the Tokyo session for tomorrow. So I don't like holding trade overnight. So if had it been I was still in this trade, close at this level is advised because the Asian session will be coming in and volatility of the market has already dropped already. So price and time, those are the most important factors you need to always check out for as a trader. Price and time. So if you don't have the great move during the London session, you definitely have it during the Asian session, during the New York session when it comes to Great British Pound USD. So at this level, this is now the 15-minute time frame. So at this level, I have a structure been formed here. I have a low now, and I have a high. So everything up between from tomorrow will base off how the Asian session will look like. And no, history always repeat itself. What are we expecting here? We're expecting to see what manipulate, accumulation. We might have some manipulation, and then distribution to the upside. So I'm still bullish. I'm still bullish on Great British Pound USD, right? I'm still bullish on Great British Pound USD because we have some sort of a tiny fair value gap sleeping here, of which we can see price come back to continue shooting up, knowing fully well that there is some sort of a supply zone here. The reason why it's me, I have this stuff here. So I expect to have AMD formation at this level, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So I'm still bullish on this one, except otherwise. But this is my view on Great British Pound USD this evening, of which I'm expecting. Let's say, let me just give you what I'm expecting. If I see this happen, so this is my plan, and I plan my trade, and then I trade my plan. This is my plan. I have stop loss just below here. This is my plan, and my target is here. Excuse me, but this is my plan. My plan. My plan, and my target is right above here. So that's some sort of a 1:4 kind of risk reward. If this should happen, this is what I'm expecting to see how the market will play like. And if you are looking for the best broker to use, I'm using one of the best brokers you can have. Fast execution, fast withdrawal, tight spread, excellence. The link is in the description below. If you want to join my community, Telegram, WhatsApp, join me on all socials. The link is in my description below. And that is all for GU today. The marathon don't stop.